B. White, SportsSpeak Sports. I don't even see a microphone anywhere. We talk about sports and a few other things, and happy to have Alex and Em with us today. Alex and Em, you're riding from California to New Orleans.
To Orlando.
To where?
Orlando.
You going all the way to Florida?
Yeah.
That newspaper last night told me you're going to New Orleans.
Well, we're going to New Orleans first, and then we'll keep going to Florida.
Going to California, okay, all the way across the United States.
Yes, sir.
She's not fibbing to me now, Alex.
What's that?
I said she's not fibbing to me, is she?
Not at all.
Y'all gonna tell it to me straight?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alex, where were you born?
Austin, Texas.
Where'd you go to school?
In several different places, but mainly Austin, Texas.
Did you play football?
In Lockhart, Texas.
Were you a champion? What were you, a quarterback?
I was not a champion, and I only played for a couple of years, and it was in Lockhart.
Okay.
I was not a quarterback though. I was.
You've ridden the bicycle quite a ways, quite a few times. Where did you say you rode from where to Chicago?
From Austin, Texas to Miami, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, New York, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Chicago, Illinois, across the state of Iowa 3 times, up to Sturgis, South Dakota, down to Boulder, Colorado, to Salt Lake City, Utah, to San Francisco, where I met Emily and our friend Nick, and then rode with them from San Francisco to San Diego, and then all the way across to Austin, Texas, and then continuing on after I'd finished my tour, and continuing on to because we're going to go all the way to Orlando.
Okay. Emily, where were you born?
Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne, Australia?
Yep.
That's a far piece, isn't it? Far away from here.
It's pretty far.
Don't y'all speak English in Australia?
Yeah, we do a variation of.
Is it more pure English than we do here?
Definitely.
We got too many things. Yeah, okay. Emily, you're from Australia. You're riding a bicycle all the way from California to Florida, you say, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ridden bicycles quite a bit?
Never that far. I used to ride to work every day, but I didn't.
To work every day?
Yeah.
What did you do at work? What was your job?
Lots of things. I was a bartender. I worked in a clothing store. A few other just little jobs to get through college. And, yeah.
Okay. You didn't play football.
I played a little Australian rules football in
Oh,
primary
come
school.
on! You did?
I played with the boys. Yeah.
Yeah. How's that football go? How's Australian football different from the United States, the way we play it over here?
Yeah, it's different.
How? What's different?
I don't know much about American football, but we play on a big oval, and we have 4 sticks at either end, and if you kick it through the 2 middle sticks, you get 6 points.
Oh, okay.
And we don't wear any padding, no helmets.
No helmets?
Mm-mm.
How'd you keep them getting hurt?
They just get hurt, I guess.
Did you tackle?
Do they tackle?
Did you run and grab the guy and down he goes?
Yeah.
And do they pass?
Yeah, they kick it to each other.
They do pass? Okay.
They kick. They don't throw it. You can't throw. You can hit it like this. It's called handballing.
You can?
Yeah, but you can't throw it.
Is it shaped like our football? More like a round ball, isn't it?
No, it's like your football.
It's like a rugby football.
Yeah, it's kind of ovally. It's a funny shape, yeah.
Okay, can they throw it pretty far?
They can't throw it. You're not allowed to throw it.
Is the football field about 100 yards like it is here? About your eyeball it. Was it smaller or larger or about the same?
I think it's bigger.
Okay.
How many meters is it?
I know that there's 2 50-meter marks, and then I think there must be another 100. It must be like 200 meters long. I don't know. I'm not an expert on football, but...
How many players do they have on a team? 11 a year.
Like 18 or something?
18 on each team?
Maybe?
9 on each team and 18 on the field?
No, like 18 a team, I think.
Come on!
Maybe? I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
a few less.
What about some philosophy of life? Which one of you want to tell me something about philosophy
that'd be
of life?
Emily.
You?
Okay, you want to think about that? Okay, tell me about something about philosophy of riding bicycles then. Something about, tell me, is it safe or is it not safe? Tell me about that.
Well, funny story about the being safe and whatnot, seeing how Emily is done research on the safety of the United States cycling, and she's actually making a documentary herself called Spoke the Movie, You can find it online and find it online.
Well,
Yeah.
can you tell us? You want to write it down?
Sure,
Write it down right there.
no problem at all.
And
Oh, okay.
and I'll tell them. But you, in other words, you have a place on on the internet that you can type this in, and your story comes up.
Yeah, so we're making a documentary, and basically we just have some, I guess, some stuff about the documentary in progress at the moment because we're still in production. But if you go to www.spokethemovie.com or www.facebook.com/spokethemovie, you can get information on where we are and what we're doing. Like, for example, at the moment we're in beautiful Silsbee, Texas, crossing over into Louisiana today.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Is your last name Baker?
Yes.
Okay. His last name is Agular.
Yes, sir.
Perfect, wasn't
I believe so.
it? Something unusual, bound to be with you. Is this your first long distance ride?
Yes.
Okay, but you had so many. Something unusual about your ride. One of those rides sometime. You had something happen. Like one guy said, well, we were in a tent and a dad young possum got in there and tried to get our crackers. What, something wild, something happened to you?
Yeah, actually, coming into the state of Nevada, there was a young, I guess not so young, gentleman who was working at a bar. I went there to get some food and to have a drink after a long day. And I got to hanging out. They bought me a couple beers. We hung out some more. Bought me a few more beers. We went out to go shoot some guns. But he didn't tell me that we were going to go shoot some guns. He took me and a young lady out in the middle of the desert, basically, to smoke some marijuana. And he didn't have any lights on his car. And so we didn't know where we were going. And then as soon as I step into the vehicle, he hands me a pistol. And I'm like, okay. Cool. And then like the whole night just ensued. It was like I thought I was gonna die in the middle of a desert with a waitress and a bartender, in the state of Nevada.
And a whole lot of guns.
And like 2 guns, yeah. He had a 30-06, which is a hunting rifle, and a 22 caliber pistol. And we got to shoot those, and he was pretty drunk, and I was slightly intoxicated. But I became very aware and very not intoxicated when he handed me a pistol. Because your adrenaline just goes whoosh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's dangerous, wasn't
it's
it?
very dangerous.
And frightening. Ooh, what an experience.
Pretty bad.
Okay, do you have some kind of public service, something that you promote? What, are you promoting something on this tour?
Yeah, I mean, we're not really promoting it too much, but the purpose of the tour is to make the documentary, which is about cycling safety in the U.S. and about the fact that it's a lot more dangerous to cycle in the U.S. than in any other developed nation. So we're hopefully going to be promoting safe cycling through that film. And Alex's original tour was for the national organization Big Brothers Big Sisters, which is a mentoring organization. If you wanna...
Yeah, you can go online to www.10000mfyo.net or just Google Professor Monkeyfoot. Again, that's Professor Monkeyfoot. And if you pull up the Facebook, pull up the website, and both of them have links to the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization that's set up by them to donate to them.
Emmy, you ought to have something else you want to tell us while we're on the air.
Anything specific? Or?
Anything about sports or about your philosophy of life, about your anything. Yeah, you got something now.
How's your trip been so far, huh?
It's been good. I think
What are some of the highlights?
some of the highlights of the trip.
Yeah.
Meeting wonderful people has been a highlight. And I think just the kindness of people especially has been kind of overwhelming, because people who, doesn't matter if they have a lot or they have not much, they want to share with you, and they want to have you in their homes, or they want to cook you dinner, or they want to, like, for instance, we stayed in your radio station last night, and that was very nice of you. So I think that, yeah, it really inspires you to go that extra mile to help other people yourself when you're, whenever you're able to. So I guess that ties into my philosophy a little bit. But yeah.
If the drivers were as good as the people, we wouldn't have so much danger, would we?
It's probably not their fault. I mean, I think we're all just people. We're all just trying to get by. We maybe just need to be a little bit more aware of each other.
Do you run into some people who think you're nuts because you're doing this?
Definitely.
Yeah. Maybe it's not because we're doing this. Maybe they just think we're nuts.
They think I'm nuts in general, but I mean, like, yeah, they definitely think I'm nuts because we're riding a bike.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I get that same story. Okay, JP White, SportsSpeak Sports. Alex and Emma from Australia. Alex
Austin,
from Texas. But so we talk about sports and a few other things. We'll have another sports show for you later.